Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the www.ThePapare.com's live webcast of the Papare Basketball Championship 2019. We had 6 games lined up throughout the day today, played at the Nalanda College Basketball Complex. What a turnout it has been so far. The first game, the C Division Girls Finals between Methodist College and Lyceum International School Vattala, concluded with 36 to 39 points, with Lyceum taking up the win. And the C Division Boys Final, which was played just a couple of moments ago between Gateway College Kandy and Dharma Shoka College Ambalangoda, ended up with Gateway taking up the victory 54-50. This tournament, the Papare Basketball Championship 2019, a very special tournament for Sri Lankan basketball, as well as www.thepapare.com. This is the 4th consecutive year the Papare.com is sponsoring the Under-19 All Island Schools Basketball Championship. And here we look at the next game, the B Division Girls Final, which will be played between Vishaka Vidyalaya and St. Lawrence Convent, Colombo, which will take place in a couple of moments. So sit back, relax and stay tuned with thepapare.com for the live broadcast of the Under-19 All Island Schools Basketball Championship for girls and boys.
දන්නවද?
මොකද්ද?
ඉස්සර කැප්ටන් කළා.
දන්නවා.
මේ අතුසිංහ ලංකාවට නෝට්.
දන්නවා.
කේන් ඩික්සන් දන්නවා.
දන්නවා. දන්නවා.
ඊයේ රග්බි මැච් එක. එතකොට සුරංග ලක්මල් කියපු දේ දන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ඕකනේ කියන්නේ පපරෙත් එක ගියා නම් ඔහොම ස්ටක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
Vidavasam.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the www.thepapare.com's live webcast of the Papare Basketball Championship 2019. Third game this morning, which will be played between Vishaka Vidyalaya and St. Lawrence Convent, Colombo. Looking up at the starting lineups for Vishaka Vidyalaya, we have Samindi Vijayveera, HK Tisari, Tarindya Ilangatilaka, Tashina Ureshani and Kavya Lienage. And for St. Lawrence Convent, we have Utara Jayanetti, Stacey Martin, Joanne Olof, Lehana Marine and Talumi Dalugoda Arachi. We have Vishaka Vidyalaya in white and St. Lawrence Convent in red. And this is how things kick off. A jump ball won by St. Lawrence. Immediately out of the court as Vishaka gains possession. Tisari passes it on. Immediate three-pointer by Vishaka Vidyalaya. Solid pressure on St. Lawrence by the Vishakians. St. Lawrence doing good on the free throws, scoring a single point, whereas Vishaka have already managed to score 3. Tisari with the ball for Vishaka, drives it in, but St. Lawrence's defense holding strong. Tisari's first free throw good. Second good as well. Here comes St. Lawrence with their charge. Tarinda does good on her defense. St. Lawrence on the attack once again. Vishaka Vidyalaya's defense continues to put up a solid pressure early off in the game itself. I mean, it is the finals, you can't expect nothing less. Here comes Sami. Backcourt violation by the Vishakians. St. Lawrence with the ball. Moves it up. No good off the backboard. But Lehana managed to draw in a foul on that one. Air ball, her first free throw attempt. Looks to make a second one off the rim as well. Ball keeps tipping away, hands. Vishaka to St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence back to Vishaka. Sandhu this time on the drive for Vishaka. Matched up against Tanumi. Tanumi challenged by Tarinda. And this time, St. Lawrence doing justice. Chanuki nailing 2 points for St. Lawrence. Tar India, quick pass to Tasha. And that one also good for Vishaka. Shanuri with a solid run off the right. Shanuri with the ball once again, challenged by Tar India. Tar India requesting substitution. I believe need to control on that defense. The coach asks her to step in, stay on the court. Three-point attempt unsuccessful for Vishaka. Tara trying to drive it in strong from the right end of the field. Here comes St. Lawrence, denied off that offense. Vishaka with a clear path, couldn't get it off the backboard. Tisari had a completely clear pathway, but I believe the pressure got onto her there as she missed her open attempt. Chaudhary continues to be challenged by Tar India. This time St. Lawrence doing good on that offensive end. Stacey Martin dropping that one in. Tar India quick spin move to Tisari. Tisari drives in. Banks that one in as well as Vishaka tops the board with 2 more points. Yutar on the run for St. Lawrence. Ball in the hands of Stacey. Off the rim that one goes. Tisari with the ball. Sandhu to help her. Tisari chooses to go alone and misses it off the side of the rim. Substitutions for both teams.
Timeout called by St. Lawrence Convent. Vishaka leading 9 points to 5 in this B Division final. The B Division Girls final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2019. This is the 4th consecutive year the ThePapare is sponsoring the Under-19 All-Island Basketball Championship for girls and boys. And this is the first year that ThePapare.com is sponsoring all 3 divisions in both girls and boys. Just a reminder to all our viewers, next up will be the B Division Boys Final between DSN Nayaka College, Colombo and Colombo International School. That will start at 1 p.m. while the A Division Finals will tip off at 2:30 p.m. That will be the A Division Girls Final between St. Joseph's Girls School and Holy Family Convent Colombo, while the A Division Boys Final will be between St. Peter's College and Gateway College, Colombo. That will start at 4 p.m. Tisari sinks the first of her free throws and the second one as well. A healthy 6-point lead for Vishaka, 11 points to 5. Traveling call on Stacey Martin. Tashina Ureshani with the 2 as Vishaka increases their lead 13 points to 5. Tisari back to Tharindya. Most of the attacks for Vishaka going through Tisari and Tharindya. Another one as the lead increases to 10.
Utara under constant pressure by the Vishakians. Stacey Martin dropping yet another for St. Lawrence. Tharindya controlling the ball for Vishaka. Tharindya quick spin move against 2. Pulls on up, no good. Tisari with the ball, drives it in. That layup also futile for Vishaka. St. Lawrence on the drive, Utara with the ball. Matched up against 2 Vishakians. Utara looking for her options, finds Stacey Martin. But it's a Vishakian who gets her hands on things. Tisari good on a 3-point attempt. Vishaka 18 points to 7. Utara looks to drive in, denied by the Vishakians. Tashima to Tisari. Tisari driving it in. Off the right flank, open layup. Timeout called by St. Lawrence. I believe the coach wants to have a quick word before they start lagging a lot more behind. 11-point difference between the two teams. If St. Lawrence continues to not score baskets and loosen up on defense, it could cost them the game. You can follow, interact and engage with us, ThePapare.com, on each of our social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to stay updated on all the sports events taking place in Sri Lanka. Brought to you live and exclusive by ThePapare.com, powered by Dialogue. Both teams back in the court. St. Lawrence with a loud cheer as they enter. Utara moving the ball to Stacey Martin, who drops that one in. 9 points for St. Lawrence. Tharindya passes it on to the right end. And that one good by Tashina. Utara to Martin. Martin with a second attempt. No good on that one as well. Chanuri with the ball. Loses possession as she's challenged well by Tarindya. Here comes Stacey Martin yet again. Chanuri tries her luck as well. Stacey off the backboard as Vishaka gains possession. Tisari. Defense slowly lining up for St. Lawrence. Tisari passes it on to Tarindya, who tries her luck at 3 points. And that one's good for Vishaka. Tarindya dropping in threes hot from the very start of the game. Utara, solid fake. No good off the backboard. Tarindya to Tisari. Tisari powering it forward. Beautiful pass, but the Vishakians unable to capitalize on that run. Utara against Tisari, against Tarindya as well. Guarded by 2, and she draws in a quick foul. 2 shots awarded to Utara on that run. First free throw good for St. Lawrence. Banks in the second one as well. 23 points to 11, 5 seconds to go. Tarindya with the ball. Clock running out. Buzzer beater, no good by Tarindya. However, Vishaka Vidyalaya in the lead with 23 points. And St. Lawrence lagging behind with just 11 as we come to the conclusion of the first quarter of the game. 12-point difference between these two teams. It'll definitely be a challenge for St. Lawrence to catch up to Vishaka. But if they make a couple of changes and use more players to run their offense, they'd be able to get in on the board.
And just a reminder to that the Dialogue Rugby League will be starting the 2019 version in a few weeks' time, with Candy being the favorites, and the likes of Havelock, CR, CH, Air Force, Army, and Police all getting in on the mix. Join us on ThePapare.com as we bring you all the photos, articles, live matches, replays, highlights, and many more in the coming weeks.
It'll be Vishaka Vidyalaya kicking things off in this second half. Tarindya with the ball. Tisari with a proper screen to Tarindya. Tarindya challenging St. Lawrence's defense, and here comes Utara on the other end. Passes it to Stacey Martin. Utara to Chanuri, who pulls one up. No good on that shot attempt. Tarindya challenged by Chanuri. Tisari pulls one up from deep, and that one good for Vishaka as well. Another 3 point for Vishaka. 26 to 11. The gap between these two teams seamlessly increasing. Chanuri this time with the ball. Challenged by Tarindya. Tarindya manages to get her hands on things. Beautifully tapped. 2 against 2. Decides to pass it on to Tisari. Clear wave off the rim. Moves right in and right out. Yutara to Tanumi. Challenged by 2. Here comes Vishaka Vidyalaya once again. Sami pulls one in from deep. No good for Vishaka. Chanuri on the run. Unguarded. Shot no good though. Stacey Martin trying her luck. However, possession switches hands as Tarindya drives in quick. Manages to draw in the foul. Two shots awarded to the Vishakians. First shot good. Second one off the rim. Tisari in possession of the ball. Tarindya back with it. Shot clock running down. This time, attempt on the 3, no good. Air ball for the Vishakians. Yutara to Chanuki. Powering it down. Quick substitution for St. Lawrence as well as Vishaka. Yutara looks for Chanumi. That hustle game cost St. Lawrence the ball there. Not really on target, that free throw for Vishaka. Second free throw, however, on target. Tashima dropping that one in. Yutara with the ball down the left lane. Passes it to Stacey. Challenged by Tisari. Stacey pulls back and draws one out. However, loses possession. St. Lawrence with yet another offensive run. Yutara against Tisari. The pull-up jumper no good. Fatigue starting to show on the faces of each of the players on the court. It has been quite a fast-paced game. Joanne to Tarumi. No good on that shot as Vishaka. Tisari on the run through the left end. Ball keeps moving back and forth as both these two teams fail to make any shot attempts. Go in straight through the basket. Joanne drawing in the foul on that run. Two free throws, first one off the rim. And she does good on her second free throw attempt. Score stands at 28-12 with Vishaka in the lead. Tisari driving it in from the right end. Passes it on out. And that was a nice pull-up from Vishaka. Utara to Stacey. I believe Vishaka Vidyalaya's defense is on to the whole Utara-Stacey partnership. They understand how they play. Utara continues to drive it in and look for Stacey Martin to take in that shot, that post shot close to the rim. If they manage to switch things up a bit, they might be able to score a couple of baskets. But if they keep on running the same play over and over again, there's no denying Vishaka Vidyalaya of huge margin. Utara on the run, challenged by Tisari. Off the board, no good. Vishaka Vidyalaya with a futile run as Utara moves upfield on the other end of the court. Utara with her hands on her knees, showing a lot of frustration. She's been running up and down the court without scoring that many shots in. And here comes Vishaka. Unable to keep possession of the ball. Moves in favor of St. Lawrence as a quick timeout is called in by Vishaka Vidyalaya.
An 18-point lead for Vishaka Vidyalaya against St. Lawrence Convent in this B Division Girls Final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2019. Just over 4 minutes to play in this second quarter. 30 points to 12, a very healthy 18-point lead for Vishaka Vidyalaya. They've been consistent compared to St. Lawrence Convent. Been good with the accuracy, led by Tisari and Tharindya, who has been quite lethal from the D. Let's see what St. Lawrence Convent can do in this next 40 minutes leading up to halftime. They've been getting their offensive rebounds but unable to sink in those crucial points. That has led to Vishaka Vidyalaya taking advantage of those and getting this lead. Tisari driving forward for a pass. Minagi unable to convert that, but Vishaka has the ball nonetheless. Tharindya, who has checked back in with the ball, drives it forward, looks for support. And Tashina Ureshani is fouled. She goes to the line. Misses both her attempts. As now Joanne once again. This time Tanumi misses. She misses another. You could ill afford to do those when you are down by 18 points. Those are the points you need to convert. Yutara Janeti goes to the line. Let's see what she can do. Misses the first. Misses the second as well. Their shooting has been woeful. Chanuki Karunaratne goes out of bounds. Vishaka has the ball. Tisari, Tarinda. Tisari with the shot off the rim. And here comes St. Lawrence Convent. The layup. As it has been for the last few minutes. Nothing going St. Lawrence way, and Tisari on the other end sinks a 2. The lead increases to 20 points with just over 1.5 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Tisri on the run this time. Solid fake. Called in for traveling by the referee.
It has now come to a point, isn't it, Dinesh, that even if Vishaka doesn't play any defense, St. Lawrence Convent, the way they are going, isn't going to make any points. Another air ball as well.
Indeed, Navod, they keep on making futile attempts when it comes to the offensive end. They need to pack up a solid defensive strategy as well as choose a proper offensive strategy as well. The whole Yutara Martin game isn't working for them anymore. It did help them score the first initial points, but unless they have a few strong, sharp shooters, I don't see St. Lawrence catching up to the Vishakians anytime soon. Because with Tarindia and Tisari on the Vishakian end, they've been leading up the offensive lineup for the Vishakians. As the shot clock runs down, Vishakians try and attempt on a layup, but Yutara gets her hands on the ball and passes it up front. Joanne moves it up as the clock comes down to a close. Vishaka with 32 points and St. Lawrence's with just 14 points as we conclude the first half of the game. It has been almost a polarized game from the very start. Vishakians dropping in the initial 3 and later on leading up almost the entire game. St. Lawrence lacking when it comes to their offense. It's a game of endurance right about now because players from both the two teams seem to be completely fatigued. We just have to sit back, relax, and see how the game moves on. Stay tuned and join us once again as we come in hot and live with the second half of the game.
ක්‍රීඩාව සම්බන්ධ කතන්දර දැනගෙන හිටියට විතරක් මදි. ඒවා ලෝකෙටම ඇහෙන්න කියන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රමයක් ගැනයි මේ කියන්නේ. නිකම්ම නෙමෙයි, මුදල් උපයන්නත් පුළුවන්. ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන රස කතා දන්නවා නම් ඒවා නිර්මාණශීලීව රූප මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් කතා කරන්න අපට 0777 822 777 නැත්නම් ඊමේල් කරන්න careers@thepapare.com. thepapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්ම. ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි උනත් The Papare සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා, ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකෙන් එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. The Papare සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
මේ දන්නවද?
මොකද්ද?
ඉස්සර කැප්ටන් කළා.
දන්නවා.
මේ අතුසිංහ ලංකාවට නෝට්.
දන්නවා.
ක්‍රෙඩික්ස් නෝට්.
දන්නවා. දන්නවා.
ඊයේ රග්බි මැච් එක. එතකොට සුරංග ලක්මල් කියපු දේ දන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ඕකනේ කියන්නේ පපරෙත් එක්ක ගියා නම් ඔහොම ස්ටක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ කතන්දර දැනගෙන හිටියට විතරක් මදි. ඒවා ලෝකෙටම ඇහෙන්න කියන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රමයක් ගැනයි මේ කියන්නේ. නිකම්ම නෙමෙයි, මුදල් උපයන්නත් පුළුවන්. ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන රසකතා දන්නවා නම් ඒවා නිර්මාණශීලීව රූප මාධ්‍යයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් කතා කරන්න අපට 0777 822 777 නැත්නම් ඊමේල් කරන්න careers@thepapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්ම. ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි උනත් The Papare සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා. ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකේ ටැබ් එකෙන් එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. The Papare සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the www.thepapare.com's live webcast of the Papare Basketball Championship 2019. You're joining us in the second half of the B Division Girls final game between Vishaka Vidyalaya and St. Lawrence Convent, Colombo. Vishaka Vidyalaya taking up an early on lead, and as the first half concluded, they scored a total of 32 points, whereas St. Lawrence only scored 14. Bias game from the very start, with Vishaka Vidyalaya holding strong on the offensive end. Second half, it's still anyone's game. Anything could happen. Taking up the ball for St. Lawrence's is Utara. Utara trying to drive it on the left end. Looks for her options. Finds Stacey Martin. Stacey putting up a fight against two Vishakians. Tarindia with the ball this time. Solid screen by Tissari. Open three-point attempt. Tissari moves in. Passes it to Tashima, whose attempt at the shot is futile. Tissari passes it in, but a fumble by her fellow teammate caused St. Lawrence to gain possession, and that was Utara trying on a layup for a change. Tissari with the ball. Sami to help on her right end. Chooses to pass it to Tarindia on her left. Drives it in, pulls one up, no good. Sami chasing the ball. Ball back in the hands of Tissari. Pulls one up as the shot clock comes to an end. Changes possession, the ball. St. Lawrence this time on the offense. And that one done solid for St. Lawrence's College. 2 much needed points up on the boards for St. Lawrence. Tarindya handling things for Vishaka, passes it on to Tisari. Drives it in, layup good for Vishaka, 2 more points. 34-16 with Vishaka Vidyalaya in the lead. Itara to Martin, futile yet again. Tisari, open layup. That was a bit of a bad move on Tisari's end. She saw Sami, decided to pass it, but it was intercepted by Utara. Tarindya, no good on a pull-up jumper. Vishaka attacking with dominance on the other end. Utara with the drive. Second attempt also no good for St. Lawrence as Tarindya comes up on the other end of the court. Solid lane which goes in. 36-16. .20 gap between these two teams. St. Lawrence gave us a couple of glimpses of catching up, however lost the lead just as quick as Tisari passes the ball to Tarindya, challenged by Utara. Tisari no good on that. She keeps on requesting for substitution, but a coach insists that she keeps on playing. Tisari on the run. Solid drive, but not really on target. Utara to Joanne, who runs up through the left end. That had no aim at all. That was just knocked off on through the left end of the ring. It's true, pressure gets on to you by this level, but you need to stay sharp. You cannot lose your focus. And you've got to keep your eyes open regardless of what goes down in the court. And that's not what's been seen from these St. Lawrence girls. Tisari passes it to Tashima, whose shot comes straight off the rim. Joanne to Leah. No good there once again by St. Lawrence. Vishaka with the ball. Tashima running solid. Good pass. Beautiful feed. Well read by the Vishakians. Tashima and Sadupama Rajpaksha putting on quite a show. And St. Lawrence answers back with a shot of their own. Stacey Martin finally nicks that one in. Tarindya's pass intercepted by St. Lawrence. Utara also tapped away. Tarindya this time on the run. Open layup. Good on that run. 2 more points under her belt. 2 more points for her team. Vishaka Vidyalaya leading the game with 40 points, whereas St. Lawrence falls back with just 18. Timeout called by the Vishaka Vidyalaya coach. A quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of the games to come. We have the B Division Boys Final, which will commence at 1 p.m., which will be between DSN Anai College and CIS Colombo. Also, the A Division games, A Division Girls Final, which will commence at 2:30 p.m. between St. Joseph Girls School and Holy Family Convent, Bambalapitia. Also, a quick reminder, memories you can buy from ThePapare.com, rupees 99 only. You can contact us via our Mobitel 07777174499, or you can email us at sales@thepapare.com to obtain any photograph captured through any of the events that are covered by the www.thepapare.com. Joanne on the free throw line for St. Lawrence. First free throw off the rim. Second one also off the rim as Tarinde against possession for the Vishakians. Foul called in on Tarinde. Possession lost yet again. Tashima with her own pull-up, and that one's good. 2 more points for Vishaka. Stacey this time moving up court instead of usual post position. Tarin there with a quick fake and a pass onto a left end. This time choosing to drive against Joanne. Opening it up for Tashima. Sami with the ball, tries her luck at 3. No good. Joanne with the ball. Passes it into Tanuri, who drops it in. Tanumi adding 2 more points for St. Lawrence. Tisari pulls one up. Challenged by the St. Lawrence defense. Tisari and Tarindia both attack the Lawrenceiite, leading to a foul. Side ball. Stacey gets a hold of it. Pulls it up straight onto the ring. Tarinde on the run once again. Pass it on to Tashima. Shot no good for Vishaka. Tanumi with a solid run. But Vishaka's defense completely denying her as Tarinde has an open basket. Misses that one. She gets a second attempt. Decides to pass to Tisari. That shot no good as well. As St. Lawrence drives the ball up court this time. Stacey. Shot clock running down. Lawrence here, it's losing it at this point. Substitution for both teams. St. Lawrence bringing back Utara. And Vishaka taking out Tisari. Two big moves. And that one goes in from deep, straight onto the board. And here comes Stacey Martin for the Lawrenceites. Pulls on close to the key. Joanne drawing in the foul on that play. 2 free throws given. Good on her first. Unable to sink in the second. Possession moves in favor of Vishaka. St. Lawrence quick on their feet. Gaining back up possession as they move in for a quick layup. Vishaka's defense denying that one. Side ball in favor of St. Lawrence. Joanne with the ball, pass to Chanumi. Tashima with a solid run, and that one also good. Her layups have always worked in favor throughout the game for Vishaka. Utara unable to sink that one in. And as the timeout draws to a close, 5 seconds remain on the clock. Ball in favor of Vishaka. Tarinda, quick pass to Tisari. Tries a luck at a 3. Doesn't work well. And the clock runs out. Which brings us down to the end of the third quarter of the game. Vishaka Vidyalaya in the lead with 44 points. And St. Lawrence's dropping back with just 21 points under their name. St. Lawrence's will have to work a miracle if they want to emerge the victors of this game during the fourth quarter. Because Vishaka Vidyalaya definitely packed themselves up when it came down to their offense and defense. You can get your brand recognized with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. ThePapare.com is a unique digital platform that reaches reaches a large organic audience. You can build your brand through us. To advertise, call Modita on 011 0777 331810 or send an email to modita.veerasinghe@dialogue.lk.
Profuse. Kind of comprehensive. Large.
As we move into the fourth quarter of the game, the B Division Girls Finals between Vishaka Vidyalaya and St. Lawrence's Convent Colombo. Vishaka Vidyalaya in the lead with 44 points. Here comes St. Lawrence's Utara, about to lose possession to Tarindya. However, quick pass and quick shot, no good, but quick moves were made. A sign of fight still being present in St. Lawrence. Stacey Martin unable to sink both her shots in. Tarindya to Tisari, Tisari back to Tarindya. Full court pressure dropped in by St. Lawrence's. Tisari brings it down court and passes it to Sandhu, who tries a shot attempt which does not go in. Tarindya with the ball, a bit of hesitation to pull up that three. Ball back in the hands of St. Lawrence. Utara with the drive. Close, but not really on the spot as Tisari drives it in. Tisari's shot also off target. Both two teams struggling to gain possession of the ball. Tisari looks for Tarindya. Tarindya pulls up a three. Three not good for Vishaka. Tisari reading her options. Asking Tashima to move about. A screen or an opener could really help her out. Shot clock running down. Pass goes down to Tashima. Drives it in, pulls one up. No good for Vishaka. As St. Lawrence moves the ball up the other end of the court. Here comes Stacey Martin, and that shot is good for Stacey. 2 points banked in for St. Lawrence. Utara with a solid run. Two Vishakians up against her. No good. As Tashima comes off the other end, pass it to Sandhu. Sandhu couldn't really sink that one in. Sandhu passes it to Tisari. Ball back in the hands of Tisari. Tarindya good on yet another 3-point play. This girl seems to be packing a lot of deep end shots in her. Tarindya, however, called in for a foul on Utara. Utara to Stacey. Stacey pulls one in, and that one also good for Stacey. 47-25 with Vishaka in the lead. Tisari challenged by Charumi. Very close guard. Tarindya. Good fake in, drive, and good on a shot as well. Tanumi to Utara. Utara tries to pull up a three but passes to Stacey. Stacey shot off target. Tarindya with the ball. Left end of the field. Tisari this time in possession. Tisari continues to ask Tashima to open up. This time Kavya with the ball. No good on that play by the Vishakians. Completely alone. Laurenciites managed to score 2. Will they be able to make it a 3-point play with the foul that was drawn? Joanne with a strong run-up and strong finish. Also drawing up a foul. And that one off the rim and straight out of the court, leading up to a Vishakian possession. Tarindya to Tisari. Full court pressure by the Laurenciites. Tashima back to Tisari. Tarindya with the ball this time. Two Laurenciites up against her. She couldn't beat up the pressure as Utara drives it in with just one person to beat. Loses possession in a futile run. Timeout called by the Vishakian coach to have a quick word as they seem to be showing signs of falling back on their initial plans. You can visit our YouTube channel for replays, highlights and more. Do join us at www.youtube.com/ThePapare official. ThePapare.com is Sri Lanka's premier sports channel. Stay updated with match or team previews, highlights, replays, interviews and in-depth segments. Visit us on YouTube and subscribe now. Timeout draws to a close. Vishaka's ball. Full court pressure by the Laurenciites. Hard hustle by both these two teams. Good call by the referees. Foul on St. Lawrence. Tarindya with the ball. Passes it on to Tashima. Tashima with a few quick hesitation moves, but shot off target. Nowhere near the rim that one goes. Stacey Martin grabbing hold of the ball and throwing it up. But that one bounces off the rim as well as Yutara gets a hold of the ball once again. Passes it on to a fellow teammate. Stacey Martin back in possession. Kavya is definitely putting up a challenge to Stacey Martin. They know the one way they can cut off St. Lawrence's defense is by cutting out that young lady, Stacey Martin. And that's exactly what the coach of Vishaka Vidyalaya has done. Setting up Kavya to defend her completely, man to man. Tarindya to Tisari. Tisari shot from the key. Itara with the ball. Tries to drive it in, ends up being called for travelling. Tarindya running up court all alone. And Vishaka Vidyalaya, after two missed attempts, manages to drop in the three. Vishaka Vidyalaya opposed well by St. Lawrence's as they answer back with 2 points of their own. St. Lawrence back in possession. Ball in the hands of Nirushi. Pulls one up from the key. Off the board. Nowhere near the ring. Itara with the ball. Here comes Tarindya with a clear opening. And her layup. Good for Vishaka Vidyalaya. 2 more points for Vishaka. Here comes Yutara for St. Lawrence's. Solid drive. But no good on that run as Tarindya moves on the other end of the court. Another layup. Back to back. I mean, it's clear the game Vishaka Vidyalaya is playing, but neither the coach or the players of St. Lawrence's tries to intercept or read the play. Less than 2.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, and Vishaka Vidyalaya with a strong lead. 55 points for 29. St. Lawrence pulling all their strings, challenging Vishaka as much as they can. Tara's shot no good. Surprisingly, Tara's pulled off the court by their coach. Free throw, no good for St. Lawrence. Situ with the ball. Creates an opening in the post, but Laurenciites get a hold of things. Lawrence with a bit of smart play there. Nehana to Nirushi. Here comes St. Lawrence with yet another attempt which is off the mark. Vishaka on the strike. Biluni pulls one up. No good on that one as well. Coach of Vishaka Vidyalaya resting his star players. Bringing in almost an entire 5 of fresh new faces. I mean, with a lead that big, you could be confident enough to let your other players play as well. Seni with the ball. Passes it on to the left end of the field, back to center. Dev to Binuli, Benny. There's enough time for maybe 2 last plays. Less than 25 seconds on the clock. Vishaka Vidyalaya with a solid lead of 55. St. Lawrence trying to catch up, but at this point of the game, there seems to be no way St. Lawrence could catch up. And there goes Vishaka, dropping yet another. 57 points on the board. And there goes the game, ladies and gentlemen. The B Division Girls Finals. Vishaka Vidyalaya versus St. Lawrence Convent. And the champions have been decided. It's Vishaka Vidyalaya taking up the win in this game. The 2019 Under-19 All-Island Schools Basketball Championship for both girls and boys. Brought to you by ThePapare.com. To recap on things, Vishaka Vidyalaya kicked the game off with an initial 3 and continued to lead the first quarter of the game. Things didn't change from there onwards as well, as they continued to lead all 4 quarters, not allowing St. Lawrence any space to catch up. St. Lawrence did show a little bit of life early off in the game. However, a huge margin was created by the end of the first half of the game, second quarter, to be more accurate. And it eventually led to it growing more and more, leading to Vishaka's overall victory in this game. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, as we have 3 more very interesting games coming up. The B Division Boys Final, which will kick off at 1 p.m. DSNNI College versus CIS Colombo. Also at 2:30 p.m. we have the A Division Girls Final between St. Joseph Girls School and Holy Family Convent. And finally at 4 p.m. we have the A Division Boys Final between St. Peter's College and Gateway College Colombo. So do stay tuned with the www.thepapare.com.